Hey everyone, so I wanted to provide you with a little short ab workout to get that powerhouse strong. And we're going to be focusing on the abdominals. I like to think of myself as Spider Woman, so slinging webs from my ribs to my hips when I'm contracting my abdominals this way and crisscrossing this way. So just a nice little image to keep in mind as we go through this workout. We're going to get started on the mat. So lie down on your back and take a moment to settle in with the legs long. We're going to give ourselves a little rock here with parallel legs. Allow the head and shoulders to rest down and be moved by this movement. So your feet are pointing and flexing. You're rocking on your sacrum, and this is sending a wave of movement up your body. It's just really good for taking any tension out of the pelvis and harmonizing the front and back of the body. Taking some big breaths as you move through this. Notice if there's any tension in your jaw you can let go of. 2 more big breaths here. Awesome. All right, let's bend those knees in. Bring the thumbs to the bottom of the ribs and the fingers to the hip bones, those ASIS, the front of the spine. We're going to inhale into the sides of the ribs and roll your pelvis into an imprint as you exhale. So the lower back is coming down and you want to feel the sides of your obliques engaging to make that happen as we're drawing the abdominal wall towards the floor, towards the spine. Inhale, release your spine neutral. Just a few times like this. So as we exhale, we think of deepening, firming, and rolling on the sacrum. Inhale, releasing neutral. One more time like this. So the space between the ribs and the hips gets shorter and the abdomen draws down as we roll on the sacrum. Inhale to neutral. Let's keep it neutral. Hands on the hip bones. You can bring the fingers a little further inside so you feel the firming happening of the lower abdominals. Inhale here. We're going to open the right knee out to the right. Exhale and send that foot long on the floor. Roll the toes to the ceiling, inhale, and exhale, externally rotate and draw that heel back towards your sits bone and back to the ceiling. Other side, inhale, left knee opens out to the left, lengthen that leg down, roll toes to the ceiling, and come back the way you went down. Just noticing where the weight is on the sacrum and trying to even it out. Right knee opens out to the right, reach the leg out, roll toes to ceiling, external rotation, and back one more time. Left rolls out, lengthen, parallel, and come back the way you came down. Inhale. Good, we're going to keep the spine neutral. Exhale to lift the right knee to the ceiling. Toes back down to the floor. Inhale, stable spine. Exhale with the left. Inhale, toes to floor. One more time each side. Exhale. I see this movement kind of like flossing my hips. So I'm stabilizing my pelvis and finding the mobility of the hips. Good, inhale down. All right, coming back into your beautiful imprint. So your lower back's coming down to the floor. We're gonna lift those knees up to a tabletop. So now it requires a little bit more oblique action to keep this shape. Remember, knees in towards the chest, easier on the obliques. Knees away from the chest, more difficult. Reach your hands up to the ceiling, palms of the hands facing each other, shoulder blades down. Inhale. Right toes are going to dip down towards the mat. It's your thigh bone moving away from you as your left arm moves overhead. Inhale, knee and hand to ceiling, and changing sides. Left toes dip down to the floor as the right arm comes overhead. Keep your lower back down. Inhale, back. I know moving slow can be really frustrating sometimes. We want to move fast, but this is where the endurance is. This is where the deep stability is in moving slowly is actually more difficult. Arm and opposite leg moving away from center. Use your exhale. That is when your abdominals are at their strongest. One more each side. Inhale, up to center. We'll bring the feet down to the mat, hands behind the head. Release your spine neutral. Inhale, even go for a little extension. And we're gonna exhale and come right back into that imprint. Hands behind the head. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the mat. Exhale. We'll keep the shoulder blades low. Inhale, reach your hands to the ceiling. We're gonna grab the back of the thighs with the hands. Exhale, help yourself up a little higher. Try to keep this height. Inhale, release the arms, hands behind the head. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. Come on up. Think of lengthening your spine as you roll up, using the sides of your abdominals. Inhale, hands to the ceiling. Grab the backs of your thighs. Draw yourself up a little further. Exhale. Keep your chest wide. Inhale, hands up. Hands behind the head. Exhale, come on down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, head and shoulders up. Reach your arms long. Inhale, grab the back of your thighs. Come up a little further. Keep this height. Inhale, release. Hands behind the head. Exhale, coming down. Release, neutral. Come back into your imprint. Exhale, we're gonna bring the legs up to tabletop. Inhale here. Bring your head and shoulders up. Exhale. Keep your elbows wide. Inhale. Reach your right leg long. Exhale. Single leg stretch. Knee bends. Inhale and change. Knee bends in and change. Knee bends in and change. So you can keep the hands behind the head, or as your right leg lengthens long, right hand on the inside of the left knee and left hand on the outside of the left shin. Press up into that and change. Press your shin into your hands. Shin into the hands. So we're creating a little bit more space in the lower back. Deepening the abdominal contraction. Check out your abs. Is the rectus abdominis, your six-pack muscle, popping out? See if you can tuck it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into chest. Inhale. Open your arms out to the side. Palms of the hands down. Let's just twist it out. Knees to the right. Inhale, center. And knees to the left. And center one more time each side. Twist it out. Keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. And twist. Okay. Feet down. Inhale. Exhale, imprint the pelvis. We're going to come up one knee at a time. Hands behind the head. Inhale here. Exhale, head and shoulders are coming up. You're going to reach your right leg long and twist your right armpit towards your left knee. Inhale, center, and change. Keep your elbows wide and see if you can get both shoulder blades off the floor. Twist, 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 feeling ribs to opposite hip connecting. Twist, twist, twist. Use your exhale. 2, 1. Center, inhale. Grab your knees, hug it in. Exhale, double leg stretch. Inhale, reach your legs long and arms up overhead. Try to keep that imprint and hug it in. Inhale, reach, circle the arms, hug it in. Maybe you want to try releasing to neutral and see how your control is doing. Again, for 2, reach, circle it in, and 1. Circle it in. Hug the knees in. Grab the back of the thighs with the hands. Head up, shoulders up. Use the legs to draw yourself up to sitting. Inhale here, arms long. We're going to roll down. Exhale, rolling down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. So if you have a spine that wants to stop rounding, hold it. Inhale, and exhale, come right back. If your spine likes to roll and you can go all the way down to the floor, go ahead. Inhale, arms overhead, keep those ribs down, and head and shoulders are going to come up. Exhale, you can use the back of your thighs to help you if you need. Come to sitting. Inhale, maybe you can do this with the legs long, rolling down. Exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms overhead, ribs down. Inhale. Head and shoulders come up. Exhale. Can you keep your legs down? Can you hollow? Can you roll up? Head towards the toes. And lengthen neutral. We're going to twist the ribs towards the right. Inhale. Exhale. Roll down on that diagonal from your right toes towards your left shoulder. So I'm rolling down in an asymmetrical way through my spine. Inhale. And I'm gonna come up that same way. Exhale, reaching for my right foot as I come up. Inhale, sit tall. Okay if your knees are bent, that's totally fine. Turn your body towards your left foot and roll down on the diagonal line towards the right shoulder. Away from that leg, arms overhead, inhale. And up, exhale. It's okay to bend your knees if you need. Reach for that left foot. And inhale, sit tall. Now we're going to add a little side bend. So I'm side bending over to the right side. Exhale, rolling down with that little side bend. So I'm shortening on the right side of my body, feeling the right side of the rib cage coming down. Inhale, arms overhead. Come up on that right side. Little side bend. Reach for those toes. And other way. So towards the left foot. Little side bend and roll down on the left side of your body. Left bum, left ribs, arms overhead, inhale, and head and shoulders come up, exhale. Good, inhale, center. One more time to even it out, rolling down, exhale. Inhale here, and roll on up. Take a moment to hang out over your legs. Knees bent is totally fine, even more beneficial. Send your two sits bones back, chest open, and release. Okay, we're going to stretch it out, turning towards the floor. Hands on the mat. Reach your legs out long in a plank. Just holding this plank for a couple seconds here. Feel the connection between the hands and the feet. Open through the chest. One more breath. Bring your right knee forward. We're going to bring the foot to the mat. Runner's lunge. So we did a lot of hip flexor work. It's really nice to stretch it out after we've been engaging our hip flexors. From here, can you bring your back knee down? You might want to pat it if you need. Come on up, climbing up your leg. So we're zipping the pubic bone up towards the ribs. This is great. Maybe you just want to stay here, or you can bend the back knee and grab the top of the foot for a quad stretch. So our quads, one of our quads, our rectus femoris, attaches onto the pelvis. So it does get involved when we're doing all that abdominal work with our legs moving. Freeing up the front of the body will help us find the length. Length and strength can go together. Okay, let's come on down to the hands, transferring sides, reach that right leg back, moving through your plank, and we'll step the left foot forward. Don't worry if it was a bumpy ride to get there. Square it off. And we'll bring that back knee down, right knee down. Climbing up on that leg. Think of zipping your pubic bone up towards the ribs to create that opposition. And when you're ready, if you want to, bend the back knee and grab for the foot for a quad stretch. You want to be on the front of your femur here, not on your kneecap. It's ouchy on the kneecap. Feels better if you're on the front of your quad. 2 more breaths. And we'll gently release, hands to the mat, reach back to your plank, and we'll come down for a stretch. So you might want to try up dog, hips coming down. You can come onto the tops of your feet, stretching out the front body. If that's too much for you, lower yourself down onto your tummy, onto your elbows, and just stretch out the front of your body like this. A few more breaths wherever you are, and we'll reach it back to a downward facing dog. Feet hip width. Walk it out. Finding stillness. And we'll come down to the knees. Good job, everyone.